The crime documentary video you are watching right now was made completely with artificial intelligence. Just one laptop and a few free tools. In this video, I will teach you step by step exactly how to make this same thing. Before we go to the tutorial, let me watch a few seconds of the final output together with you. That way you know exactly what you are going to get.
It's the 19th of May, 2005, in San Jose, California. A man with a glass eye sits alone in a small office, reading a mortgage document line by line. He does this for hours, then for days. This is the story of the man who bet against the world. His name is Michael Burry. He runs a small fund. He has no team for this.
So, did you see that? A fully professional crime documentary video made from 0 to 100 with AI. And let me tell you something interesting. These same crime documentary channels on YouTube are one of the highest earning areas, and some of them have strange and unbelievable incomes. For example, the YouTube channel Fern got more than 5 million views in just the past month, and according to estimates, it earned around $48,000. On the other side, the channel Simplicissimus collected 2.3 million views in only 7 days. Its monthly income is close to $65,000. And the channel Black Files, in just this past week, it had more than 1 million views and over $5,000 in income. This is exactly the thing that you yourselves can make by the end of this tutorial. So stay with me until the end, because I won't skip any step. First, I go to the Claude website. From the chat section, I give it the instruction.txt file. I make sure the Opus 4.7 model is selected. Why this model and not the others? Because our work is story writing, and Opus is exactly strong at this. It keeps long stories consistent. It builds deeper characters. It writes dialogue that comes out more natural and more creative. So I set the model to Opus 4.7 and click Run. When it read my instructions, it said, if you are ready, type Go so we can move to the next step. So I write Go. In the next step, it used the DNA of the crime documentary channels that I had given it. It suggested some names to me. It wrote a description. With the same logo prompt and banner prompt, you can make your own YouTube channel's logo and banner through a tool that I will introduce later. Then it said, if you want to continue, type Next. So I write Next. Here, it gives me 10 ideas. It wants me to choose one of them, so it can build a story for me based on it. For example, I choose idea number 10. I enter its number and press Enter. Now it asks me how long I want my script to be, between 1 and 10 minutes. I write for 2 minutes. Why 2 minutes? Because here, the main goal is teaching how to make this type of video, not the final content itself. So a 2-minute length is a very good choice. It shows the whole process, and it does not get too long for no reason. Here, it gave me the whole text of my script. I can use this as the narration text. Now I click Next so we can move to making the characters. Here, it said I have 3 characters. One is Michael Burry, one is the investor, and one is the banker. For each one, it gave me a prompt so I can make these 3 characters. After that, I go to the Flow website. From the New Project section, I test my 3 prompts. Here, I select Nano Banana and set it to version 2. Why? Because version 2 is the strongest and most suitable tool that Google has provided for making images. I ask it for 4 images in a 16:9 size. I choose this size because it is suitable for YouTube long videos. And why 4 images? So that I have more choices. Instead of making images one by one until I reach the thing I want, I have several options in one place and pick the best one. I give it the prompts one by one and ask it to make my characters. When your images are ready, you keep the ones you want and delete the rest. Now I rename each of these with the same name that is in the video. We do this so we know which character image belongs to which character of the story. That way, later, we can use it more easily when making our images. I go back to the Flow environment again and type Next. In this step, it gives me the prompt for making the image of each one of my scenes. As you can see, it gave me the image prompt and the video prompt for the different chapters and scenes. Let's look at one of them together to see how it did this division.
For example, look at what it has done. It has divided the video into different chapters. Each chapter has several scenes. The structure of Chapter 1 is like this. First, it said Chapter 1, the time from 0 to the first 14 seconds. Then it said, in this range, this narration text must be read. And it said what visual each scene in this chapter must have. For Scene 1, it said none of the characters are present. It gave its image prompt. It also wrote the video prompt that we needed. For Scene 2, it is the same. It said in Scene 2, Michael Burry is present. It gave its image prompt, and it also specified its video prompt.
Let's do these one by one together. Here, where it said, no one is in the scene, I copy this text, I go to Flow, and paste. I also set the number of my outputs to 1 image. Then I send the request to make the image. In Scene 2, Michael Burry is present. I copy this part. This is my Michael Burry character. To add it, you can use drag and drop, or you can click on the 3 dots and click Add to Prompt. I paste the prompt and press Enter.
I do the same thing until the end for all the scenes. In Scene 3, you also see that Michael Burry is present. I click Add to Prompt again and place this. As you can see, I did this process for all the scenes. When my images were made, I named all of them exactly with the same name that Flow had suggested. This naming is important. Later, when turning the images into video, I will not have a problem managing the files. Everything stays organized. For example, right now, for Scene 1.1, I select and copy its video prompt. I go back to the Flow environment. I find Scene 1.1. I click on the 3 dots and select Animate. Then I paste my prompt. I make sure that I have selected Ingredients, and I make sure I have set my model to VE03.1 Light mode. This mode is lighter and faster. It uses less credits. It is completely enough for the first making of the scenes. It is a more economical and logical choice.
I also don't change the aspect ratio, which is the same 16:9, and the number is also 1. In this mode, the least credit is used from your account. Now, because I have a pro account, I have more credit. But if you use a free account, you only have 50 credit. That means with each free account, you can make about 5 videos. So if you rotate the prompts between several accounts, your usage limit practically becomes several times more. You can easily produce all your scenes without extra cost. The point is that each scene is made independently, so dividing the work between several accounts does not hurt the final quality or continuity at all. I click Generate so my video is made. I do exactly the same thing for the other videos too, so all of them are made.
Okay, this time I converted all the videos. Now I want to download them one by one. I have the Pro version of Flow and the 1080 option is active for me. But if you use the free version, 720 quality is also good because YouTube itself will upscale the quality for you. So I will go to download the videos. I will download them one by one. Okay, so far I have downloaded all the videos. Now it is time to make the voice for the video. To do this, I go back to the Claude environment. I scroll until I reach the part where my story script is written. It is right here. I select it and copy it. To make the voice, I use Google AI Studio, which has a free tool for generating voiceovers. I go to the AI Studio website. I have put the link in the description. I select the Models section. Then I go to Speech and Music. After that, I select Gemini 3.1 Flash. From the options it shows me, I select one. I usually do my work from this part. Now, to make the voice, I paste my text here. But this text is too long for VoiceOver, because long texts usually make the voice sound glitchy and unclear. It is better to split the text into 1-minute pieces. Then I make the voice of each piece one by one, separately. Maybe you will ask, how do I know how much text is 1 minute? For this reason, I made a tool on my own website called Text Chunker. The link is in the description. You go to the AI for Next website. From the Tools part, you select the Text Chunker option. You paste your text here, then you set how many minutes each chunk should be. I select 1 minute and click on Create Chunk. Below, it split the text for me into two 1-minute chunks. I copy the first one, I go back to AI Studio, give the text, and click on Run. I have recorded a full tutorial about the text inputs of scene and sample context. The link is in the description. If you want to learn more about how to work with this tool, watch that video. Now I click on Run with these current settings and make my voice. After the voice of this chunk is ready, I go to the next chunk. I copy it in exactly the same way. Then I put it here. After my voices are ready, I bring them into my editing software, along with the videos I downloaded before. After I import the files, I start syncing the scenes with the voice I made. As you can see here, I have synced all my scenes. Now I export the final output.